You are now listening to Hong Kong 2, the only podcast sanctioned by People's Republic of China, featuring Chris Lynch and Benjamin Taylor.
Before we make any introduction,
I'm the Chinese delivery guy, Chinese food delivery guy, right?
Yeah, you're General
Just
Chow.
Don't even refer to who I am the entire show.
So we got Ben a little contraption because he said his arms got tired. Now speak into that, Ben. I just want to see the levels on that.
And I'm test. Good God. Test.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Test.
I mean, yeah, we'll just rock with it.
If I,
It doesn't have to be that close up. It doesn't have to be like that.
The
Crazy.
issue is the back of this thing
Yeah.
like really digs into your neck, and it
Yeah.
also limits mobility. Like
It's also a cheap Chinese. The other one. I just broke it immediately by accident. I thought the ball bearing. There were the whatever.
This thing is so retarded. This is how people who are paralyzed.
It looks stupid, Ben. I don't know.
This is how they do podcasts.
Yeah.
You should get one that attaches to your head like this, and it hangs.
One that like hangs like
Yeah.
the fish. There's that
Yeah.
one fish that has the
Yeah, the angler fish.
Angler-
the anglerfish.
Hell
yeah.
The angler podcaster.
We'll try once you.
So
get,
I'll do this for maybe another 2 minutes before I've decided that it's dug into my neck enough.
Don't move. Just don't move.
I'm already done.
The whole podcast. Just sit there with your arms like this, and just look kind of like you have rigor mortis or something.
This thing is so uncomfortable. Did you try this on?
No, I'm not going to either.
It's
so
awful.
retarded.
You make me look stupid.
And you know what? They should have. This is like some shit that you'd buy off of Temu. And these are supposed to be.
Oh, those are supposed to go in your ears,
They're
like a doctor.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's so retarded.
You can feel they're magnetic, but they don't actually stick
It's
together.
barely. Yeah, it's
Ugh.
not. It's a piece of crap.
You should
Anyways,
know better than to order stuff off Temu.
It was off Amazon.
It
It was
was an
easy
Amazon
shit.
The
product.
new Temu Amazon is. Have you heard about that?
I know I'm very well
but
acquainted.
Amazon has like a bunch of fake reviews now, so you can't even trust the reviews on Amazon.
Oh, I believe
Really?
it.
It's like a new thing. I saw that on Twitter. I don't know how
I believe
accurate.
it.
It seems accurate though.
Anyways, for our audio listeners, and if you could read the title, we got Luke Valentine here with us as our guest,
Happy to
and
be
we
here.
have Poppy.
Luke Valentine and the dog.
And the beagle.
The doggo.
The
That's
beag.
that's a heckin' cute doggo.
Thanks.
He's a little chungus.
You can
a little
press
chonker.
X to pet the doggo.
Yeah, press X to pet the doggo.
No, she's a sweetie. She's been good all day. you
I
know?
love dogs like this because they're just they don't do any,
They
well
don't
they
do
don't. It's not that
anything?
they don't do anything, but they're not bothersome.
That's why cops have canines.
Yeah.
Well, those dogs are for they're working.
They're ripping people's arms
Yeah,
off.
but they're also
basically.
heckin' cute.
They're heckin' adorbs.
You seen the dogs at you see the
Yeah.
dogs at fucking the airport that when they do like the crisscross
Yeah.
shit,
The same thing, drug dogs, yeah.
but they do
Yeah.
that weird crisscross thing. You remember we've I think
Yes.
we've done that where you go in pairs and you have to walk in this sort of sectioned off part of the
TSA line.
TSA and this dog, I don't know what type of dog it is, but it's
How does a dog acquire a taste for like cocaine and meth and
they train them. They just I don't know. They just show them cocaine, and they're like, "This is what you get to sniff out for." They talk to him.
they talk to him and just explain it?
Yeah, they just explain to I don't know how
And
they
the
do
dog's
it.
like, well, then, well, how do I know what it's supposed to smell like?
Yeah, I don't know. They do it though. There's that's why there's
There's probably
Canine units.
a legion of canines who didn't make it through because they ended up getting addicted.
and they didn't consent to it either. That's a whole other discussion. That's a whole other rabbit hole we don't need to go down.
Animals can't give consent.
Animals can't give consent. Well,
Animals can't give consent.
No, just
no, they can't give consent. Well, if you ask your dog if they want to go, I don't know if it'll trigger your dog if I say
for WALKIES.
yes.
Don't say it.
Don't
She's
say-
sleepy. She's well behaved right now.
Yeah.
She's well behaved. She's
but they
doing
can
good.
consent to that if you ask them that.
That's absurd. No, that you're using a higher level of intelligence
Yeah.
to manipulate them. The
Have you-
Pavlovian stuff.
Have you ever given your dog a red rocket?
No, not that I know of.
This was a girl
first of
dog.
all. Thank goodness.
What's
oh my
the
God.
female equivalent of a red rocket for a
Make
dog?
You ever been?
squirt?
Good Lord, we gotta drop that.
Ben, chill
Oh my
out.
God, Ben.
Ben's going
haven't
going
seen-
very dirty.
I haven't
and
seen you in weeks, and this is what you hit me with.
Well,
Months,
I mean,
actually.
that's the equivalent. Red rocket.
I don't want to think about a dog, anyways.
All right, whatever.
Let's
Do
move
that- I
on
don't
from the
even
dog.
wanna
We'll
think
move,
about-
we'll move on from the dogs.
The red rocket thing. My sister has a big pit, right?
Uh-huh.
80-pound pit bull, and he'll just sit around and he'll get one of those. I can't even be in the same room with him. It's freakish.
Yeah, they'll just get him off. They'll just get him randomly.
and he just stares
Mhm.
at you with tongue hanging out of his head, and
Oh.
it's like, why are you doing that? And
It's
you can't-
freaky.
It's freakish.
It's like an alien.
It's
Yeah.
bright, anyways.
Yeah.
Dog dicks. Episode. What is this? Episode
36.
36. Name it Red Rocket.
Red Rocket. No, we'll come up. There will be.
Cut that entire bit.
We're gonna have usually naming the episodes. Also, kind of hold it more, kind of like.
Oh
this.
shit! My
You're
bad.
good. You're good. You're good.
I mentioned dog pussy, and now I'm in like a
God
different
almighty.
head state.
Lord have mercy.
We're getting demonetized. This is only the YouTube part. But anyways,
God intervened and saved my life today.
yes.
Do you want to hear the story?
Yeah,
well,
let's
yeah, you
hear it.
should talk
Unwind.
about that.
So
for sure.
today, this happened today. My car has been stuck in the snow because we got snowed in,
Mhm.
and every time I tried to move my car, my tires would just spin out. And so I tried the other day to get it out, and I couldn't do it because it was just spinning and spinning. And so today, I went down there with a vengeance, and I was like, I'm going to get this fucking car unstuck. So I grabbed the shovel, and I just shoveled like all of the snow around the entire area where my car was. And then I put it in drive, and sure enough, boom, my car gets out. Okay, so great. So now my car's out. So I'm driving my car. It's like when Jesse Pinkman finally escaped from the from slavery.
You're
and he's
sobbing. Your head was
slamming.
shaved. And you just...
It was
And
something
then
like
it
that.
didn't. And then
No, listen, hold on. So I'm so excited. I'm like, I have to just leave. I have to go do something. So I went down to the gas station to put air in my tires. So I went and put air in my tires. Then I drove back home. And then I'm talking to Chris. I'm like, okay, it's time to go do the pod. Okay, let's go do the pod. So I get in my car and I leave and I'm driving to Chris's and I'm like checking my pocket and I can't find my fucking vape. And I'm on the highway. I've like left. I'm like 10 minutes away from my house. I'm about to get on the highway to go towards Providence, but I stop because I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna have to do a pod, I need my vape, and I'm not going without my vape. So I turn back around. I'll just drive back 10 minutes to go find my vape. So then I go back. I shit you not. As I'm turning into my driveway, my odometer goes red and a big red battery symbol pops up and my steering wheel completely locks up. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh,
And
no.
And I was like
Haunting.
at my driveway and my odometer was red and I couldn't move my steering wheel. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And so I was like grabbing my steering wheel and I was like yanking it. And so I yanked
power
it all the way
steering?
over. That's what I thought it was. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I pull up and then I park it. And then I called up this guy who does like mobile repairs and I'm like, can you come fix my car? And he's like FaceTiming. So I FaceTime him and she's like, show me the belt. And then he's like, oh yeah, that right there. And the part that he was pointing to was this part right here.
What is that now?
So this is like a belt wraps around this, okay?
Timing belt or the other one?
This is I think this is either the timing belt. It's the one that's right behind the radiator.
the expensive one.
It's the one that wraps around a bunch of different times. I don't know if it's the timing belt or the serpentine belt, but this is supposed to have like a plastic housing on it, basically. Like there's a plastic housing that the belt wraps around, and then
Who lives in the housing?
and then this bearing turns the housing that turns the belt. But the fucking housing exploded, and so the belt was just turning on the bearing.
Which is bad.
Why did it explode? Was it a
Because
temperature thing?
the guy said it got hot. Yeah, the plastic got
Mm.
hot and it exploded.
Now, Ben, I will say I did see your car.
It's a piece of shit.
No, it was buried up to the gills in snow. And how long was it buried in snow for, Ben?
A long time.
It's a really long time.
Well, what happened was it was functional during the Super Bowl. Like when we were watching the Super Bowl, my car was working, but then there were 2 weeks of just like nonstop snow. And I remember what ended up happening was I was trying to go up my driveway. I had like left and the driveway was like all snowy and there was like ice and shit. And so I got down it, and then when I went to go back up, my wheels started to spin.
You went backwards?
And I couldn't go any further. I couldn't go any further because it was all, my driveway was completely iced out. So I had to like back up into like kind of a mound at an angle where my car wouldn't roll down the driveway. And then it was stuck there because it snowed even more. And then from there I was just fucked. But anyways, this mechanic, good dude. I don't know if he wants me to say his name. Not like I don't know. But
mechanic, shouts out mobile
shouts
mechanic
out
guy.
the mystery mechanic.
You know how much I paid?
How much?
$500.
Really?
Yes, for like a new timing belt and uppers and lowers.
And he just had the shit on him?
No, he went and bought it.
Damn.
Wow.
So I paid like $290 for the parts.
And then
even though I know that a belt is like $15, but
it was that mobile service.
The timing belt.
It wasn't just the belt he replaced. He also replaced.
That's hard to replace.
He said he replaced the uppers and lowers. So I don't know, guys. In the comments, let me know if I got ripped off.
Ben got ripped off.
It's either the timing belt or the serpentine belt that they have to literally like get behind the engine. I forget which one it is.
Well, what
you should have just called me.
Yeah, yeah, right.
I don't know shit about.
Well, he popped.
that.
All it was just like a piece of plastic on the top of the engine that pops off, and then it reveals the belt. But it's like a bunch of different little belts. The belt wraps around a bunch of different systems. So, anyways, the guy did it, and now my car drives fine. But
Good.
I still want to get another car, and I think what I want to get is an Escalade.
No, he's just fibbing.
No, I swear to God, I think I want an Escalade.
I heard you talking to Sam on the phone today. What did he say?
I was talking to him. I was asking him about cars. I was asking him about cars. I told him that I wanted this one car, and then he told me that it was a piece of shit.
I heard him chastising you.
Yeah, he didn't approve of my car choice, but I think that they're pretty cool regardless. So.
What, an Escalade?
I don't think I mentioned the Escalade idea.
You knew not to, right?
Well, yeah, kind of. Well, Sam's just obviously not gonna. I mean, I don't know. I think Escalades are pretty cool.
I would go with
Sam
something
Sam might be down with an Escalade.
I mean, it'd be cool.
Just pull up and see what he thinks.
Just do whatever.
AJ, he wants me to get a truck. He wants me to get a truck. He wants me to get like a big truck. I'm not. I want to get an Escalade. I want to get a fucking Escalade, and I want to get it lifted too with spinner rims.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. When I saw the photo of both you and can I say Jet's car sitting where they were covered in snow, I was like, are they in the mafia?
That's funny. Wait,
it looked like a scene from Sopranos about to unfold. It was a good shot.
Wait, what picture? I don't know what picture you're talking about.
Somebody took a photo of both your cars trapped in the driveway, and I said, let's just say that it looked like I thought the mafia had pulled up, basically.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it's no good, man. And it's like if you want to be safe, then you have to get basically a car with 4-wheel drive, or
you do.
Cars with snow tires.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think that the winter season is coming to an end soon.
It is coming to an end soon.
You picked the right time to shovel out. It was sunny for the last couple days.
That's why I did it, bro. Because once I saw that the sun finally started beating, and I was like, bring it on, baby.
I had the same situation. My truck was stuck in the driveway, and I don't know what the hell that is. I'm a Floridian.
Yeah.
You know, I was out there for an hour. I was literally pouring salt in like a water heater and pouring it behind the tires, and it was a tiny little water heater, so I had to run back inside, and I was slipping and sliding because like the snow the ice had taken over
Mhm.
from my front door to where my car was parked, and I was literally out there back and forth heating the water up, pouring salt in, and then pouring it right behind the tires. And I managed to get it out from
Mhm.
where it was stuck. I made it halfway down the driveway. As soon as it hit the street where more snow and ice were piled up, it got stuck again.
Nice.
I was flipping out. I was so upset.
Yeah. If you're not used to New England winters, it's pretty.
I'm not used to snow. I'm not used to hills. I'm not used to nothing. I saw it snowing in the middle of the night,
Yep.
and the light from the balcony right outside my window was cast
Mhm.
on the black night, and the snowfall was coming down. It was magical. I ran out there in a bathrobe. I was having a
cool.
time of my life. I
Nice.
was like a child. Yeah.
It is pretty cool. It is. I mean, we
It's
take
magic.
it for granted. Well, I mean, I'm born and raised out here, and
Before we move on real quickly, I tried to back the golf cart out, and I noticed it was really icy, and the golf cart doesn't have any brakes.
Oh no.
So I was trying to do like physics in my head to realize how when I had to take my foot off the gas.
where were you you going downhill?
I was just trying to like turn the golf cart around in the driveway, and I guess my physics were off because the golf cart started sliding
Yeah.
and it just like hit a tree, and then I tried to put it in park and reverse, and now it just doesn't make any noise at all. The engine doesn't.
Oh
Turn
wow.
over.
You can just forget
How
about.
fast were you going that you nailed a tree and just
Probably
destroyed it?
about 2 miles an hour.
That golf cart was fun when it was
Functional.
when we were whipping it around. But let's move
whatever.
on from the car stuff because I don't know shit about cars, and
I'm learning shit about cars, though. I'll tell you that.
yeah,
I drove up my beat up piece of crap. Just real quick, just to get it out there. I drove my beat up piece of crap. The engine light was coming on. I was having like a conniption. I called my mom. I was like borderline sobbing.
Right.
I'm like, what do I do? She said, just take it to fucking Firestone. And I popped the hood and I realized what was wrong with it.
What's that?
The spark plug cables were resting on the manifold. I don't know what a manifold is. It's a hot part.
Right.
And it was melting through the cables. So what I did was I got electrical tape. I tied it off.
Uh-huh.
And then I bought zip ties and I zip tied it off. And then I drove up to Atlanta and I had the engine light on again and I was freaking out. I was like, no, it was snowing. Gently snowing. I was shivering. You know, I'm a Floridian. I popped the hood. Same thing. I checked. The thing was hot. I zipped it off. I drove up here, no problems after that. I felt like a genius.
Good.
Felt like a brilliant
That's
brilliant
quite
mechanic.
that's quite the fix.
Mhm.
I would have been calling AAA or something. Or
I had to call AAA the other day because I locked myself out of that damn thing.
we've been having some car troubles.
It was like a retard.
My car
is what it
troubles
was.
are financial.
Yeah.
Mine are more about making
Be
car.
great if
payments.
one of our friends was a car guy.
We have some car guy friends.
I made a new car guy friend tonight.
Good.
My mechanic, he was cool. And then when he was done, he was like, "Oh yeah, and by the way, if you're looking for a new car, give me a call. I'll come with you. I'll take a look at the car, and if there's any imperfections, I can get the price knocked down for you."
Wow. Who
And
the
I'm-
fuck is this person?
I don't
Where'd you
know.
find him?
Online, I just looked up mobile vehicle repair service near me.
And you knew you could trust him right away.
I did, dude. He had that demeanor about him. Solid dude. Very solid dude. Oh man.
I actually had a white guy mechanic down south, and he's the one who taught me about the spark plug situation. And he told me I got completely rinsed on my brakes. I got my brakes repaired, I think, a year ago at this point, maybe a little longer. And it costs more than the car itself costs. You want to know how much they cost? They charged me to replace my brakes and the rotors because I was driving in this car with screaming brakes. I couldn't drive with the window down; my ears would bleed. Because it was funny because like if you're in the South, if you're in like Miami or something. You want people to give you space because they drive horribly down there. They either drive like they're on Ambien or Coke, or both. And so it's a nightmare. So when you drive a busted up piece of crap jalopy, people give you berth because they're like, this guy's dangerous. I didn't damage the car. The prior owner did. I found out recently the prior owner, before the person I bought it from, was a girl who OD'd on methamphetamine, I believe. And now her spirit lives on in that car. And
she must have been a
what's
fun
that
gal.
movie with the car that's haunted?
Christine, but I call her Bessie. My car. It looks more like a Bessie than a Christine.
So now it's a Bessie.
I was gonna drop 16,000 on a 2017, forget what it was, Acura or something, and then they hit me with an APR that was like 15%. I'm like, screw this, I'll try it. And I was like praying. I was like, please, Bessie. I was kissing the steering wheel. I was like, make it up to Rhode Island. Please just make it up to Rhode Island. You can break down as soon as we're there. She's been treating me just right. I'm shocked. I'm in love with the car now.
Good.
I don't want to get rid of her. She's too sweet to me. And when
just drive it.
Drive a piece of shit. You trade one anxiety for another. When you drive a nice car, you're worried somebody's gonna hit you. When you drive a piece of crap, you're worried it's gonna break down on you.
True.
You know what kind of car Kodak Black has?
What?
Blue Cybertruck with a toilet in the back so he can dump on in public.
Is that real?
Can you lap that?
I didn't know that. Is that a lyric?
It's a lyric, yes.
Nice.
It is
sounds like
true.
something from The Simpsons.
It's true. Yeah, Kodak Black. Kodak Black's awesome.
He's got a horn and it goes la cucaracha when he hits it. It's like a little da-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're moving on from the car shit. I'm sorry I had to drag that one out.
I hate cars.
I love them. No, I hate them. Yeah.
Well,
Right.
well, I don't hate them.
Let's just,
They're
what's the alternative? Walking? Fuck that.
yeah.
It's too icy.
Bicycles. I
Bicycle.
love bicycle. Well, I don't love bicycles.
Bicycling's fun.
It's fun, but in Providence, I was just pointing this out recently.
Bikes are fun.
Bikes are fun.
No, I was pointing it out recently.
Ben, you're a bike guy. Come on.
Bikes are
You know you like bicycles.
No, I was in
See you
downtown.
in one of those helmets.
I was in downtown Providence, and I was just pointing out. I was like, yeah, there used to be parking there, but now it's a bike lane.
Really? That's how I feel about handicap spots. They're never occupied. So I take them and I never get ticketed. Well, that's not true. I don't do that. That's breaking the law.
There's a good amount of handicap spots.
They be rollerblading down in the A. Twin.
That's what they
love
say.
rollerblading in Atlanta.
You don't know shit about Atlanta.
There is a movie, and it's like written and produced, and T.I. is in it, and it's by T.I. It's called ATL, and it has a very big. One of the big themes of the movie is rollerblading.
Really?
They rollerblade. Black people love rollerblading in Atlanta.
Black people do love the roller rinks. I've heard
rinks.
Years ago that they
roller
the
rinks is
rinks.
what I'm talking about. Rollerblading.
They
talking
do
about,
actually.
Yeah,
I've
it's
seen
like the
They do.
disco.
Dude, I saw an Instagram.
I don't know much.
I saw
about
an
this,
Instagram
but-
reel the other day. It was like a YN and his YB, his young baby. They were
The girl.
yeah, whatever. What do
His
they call them?
Oh, thank you for
Like,
the
Are you talking
context
about?
clues.
Are you talking about the YN and his?
The YN
Girlfriend.
and his shoddy. Okay.
Yep.
I was wondering what YN stood for. I was like, yes, no. I was like,
No.
okay. I'm picking it up. I'm picking it up.
Now you're
I
getting
gotcha.
it. And so they were like, dude. Anyways, they were like cutting it up on the
It's beautiful.
the shoe on the roller rink
On the shoes.
whatever, you know what I mean?
On the
The roller rink. It was crazy. They're
I,
really
Now
Yeah.
into
they're
that.
roller skating. Roller blading is the inline skates. Roller skating is the
4x4s.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. Roller
Mm.
skating.
You're gonna make fun of me. I want to get into roller skating.
Yeah, I'm
I wanna
not gonna
try
make
it.
fun of you. That's cool.
I
If
deep
thugs
down,
do it, then it's dope.
deep down, I could see myself roller skating to the office. Hey, Sam.
Yeah. I feel like
Sam.
inline skates would be better for
Short shorts.
like practical like transportation.
No, yeah, but that's more dangerous. It's like faster. It's more for like pulling tricks, grinding on rails.
Yeah, that's more of the street.
I'm kind of like, my. I wonder if I should even share this story. You can cut it if it's if I go to bed tonight and I'm like, what the fuck did I tell that story for? My dad used to roller skate all the time back in the day, and he's from New York, somewhere in New York, and this was back when he was a bus driver, and he actually tried to clear a the fuck are they called? Fire hydrant.
Yeah.
And he
tried to jump over
He
one?
tried to jump one.
Rollerblading.
Roller skating.
The 4x4s.
Correctamundo.
Okay.
And he ended up going, oh, he felt something weird after he cleared this thing, right? And he goes, he reached down, it's wet. He cut his sack open.
Really?
Cut his sack open. Yeah.
Really?
And this isn't my story to tell, but I'm gonna tell it because I almost ceased to exist. This is before I was born.
Oh,
He basically he worked as like he used to drive like a short bus for the kid. I'm not even kidding. That's not a joke. Like, he used to drive a short bus.
Yeah.
And he basically went and he's like, hey, something just happened to me. And his like his what do you call him? His
Scrotum?
yeah, scrotum. But also the people he worked with. His fellow employees were like, yeah, I'll take you to the hospital. And he had to drive to the hospital with ice on his sack.
Oh, wow.
And they stitched him up. And he still tells me this. It's so funny, the visual. He just remembers being home. And he was like, man, how old was he? He's like either somewhere between 18 and 23, somewhere in that window.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting on the couch with ice on his, nads. And his dad just opens the door and his dad's like, everything okay in here? And my dad's just like, yeah, Dad. He goes, okay. He just closes the door. But it's just,
So
is that
is that after he got a procedure done?
Yeah, he got it sewn up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like if you ever seen Scarred. Was it Scarred on MTV?
Yeah,
was it MTV?
That's where people got hurt skating and shit.
There was one story where a guy literally he was on a rail and he split himself open and he was holding it. He was holding the material within, holding the loft. Yeah, sorry to bring that. I know this is normally
it's just fucked.
very, relaxed podcasting and chill, but I'm bringing in the testicular trauma. And
no, it's very real. You got to protect your nuts.
Well, I almost ceased to exist. That's the scariest part, It's like you look at your family tree. What almost stopped you from being? And it's my granddad in World War II as a bomber pilot and my dad trying to clear a fire hydrant in roller skates. The two incidents that
two very different things.
Very close.
Two very different levels.
You could say equally traumatic. Think about it. Nuts are on the line.
Yeah,
your nuts are on the line.
I mean, it's
a microcosm.
If you're in a situation where your nuts are in danger,
versus you're up against kamikazes, what's?
I mean, either way,
scary.
Either way, if you die,
not
your
to
nuts
minimalize anything and minimize.
Or if your dad's nuts like knocked the fire hydrant over, and then he got shot up into the air by the water, and then he's just floating in the air. Holding his nuts, and he's like, help,
you just have to wait until it ends, until the stream dies down.
And
then the cops have to come, like, stop the water, and he's coming down slowly. He's like, That'd be the worst.
Then you have to make sure he doesn't land back on top of the fire and the fire hydrant.
Yeah,
I've never cut my nuts before.
Me neither, actually. I almost had testicular torsion.
When dudes girls cut their wrists, you know what boys cut.
Their thighs.
Their thighs.
Boys cut their thighs.
Nobody talks about boy cut.
Yeah,
we might not be able to talk about cutting.
Really?
With the.
Don't you have to wait like 10 minutes?
Yeah, we're past that mark.
That'd be fucked up if
we're not condoning any self-harm. We're not talking about self-harm here.
Yeah, but can I just propose one really outlandish thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cutting your dick, like,
your shaft.
You're depressed.
That's fucked.
You just have to avoid the vein. Just don't hit the vein.
People do. I don't even want to get in. I don't even want to get into it. But there is like a kinks thing where you can like slowly like kind of like just split your penis into two.
My own.
Like this.
Like it's a fruit.
Like just. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Where's like the most
charcuterie board?
Where's the most retarded place you can cut yourself? Like behind your knee, right there.
I don't know. I think every place
between
is
the fingertips or the toes.
Oh,
like Jackass.
All right, we can move on. All right,
we're getting grotesque. I'm
sorry. Chris is about to have a panic attack.
It's okay. I have my doggy with me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my laughter's gonna peak. It's gonna peak the microphone. I'm sorry about that.
We'll fix it.
This is the This is the uncut. This is the episode that has been banned from the channel, from the Hong Kong 2 channel. We're getting nasty. We're getting gnarly. We're getting down and dirty. We're talking about. Anyways,
we've talked about. I don't even
poor
remember.
Ben's had a day, and now he has to deal with me.
Oh no!
For the next 6.5 hours, we're going until the sun comes up.
Double pod,
triple pod.
But
Look at poor Ben. Look, he's had enough.
No,
he's
he's
like, why do we
fine.
invite?
I'm just.
Liz
This is
on
just my resting Ben face.
RB.
resting bitch face.
I saw a
RBF.
girl the other day in the grocery store, and she had the RBF, and she almost looked like Aubrey Plaza. Is that her name?
Yes.
And I was like, damn, she's kind of.
You're like, you should have walked up to her and said, "I'm so sorry." About your
I'm very
husband."
obvious.
Do you know
when
what
I'm-
happened to Aubrey's husband?
Huh? She had a husband. That bitch.
She
Yeah,
had a
had.
husband.
What did she do to him?
She had.
She
What did he do to himself?
he
is the real
unalived
question.
himself.
She did that to him.
No,
How do you?
she-
You don't.
he-
No. We're not gonna make that claim.
I forgot you guys are having Aubrey on next week. My bad.
No,
I don't wanna
but
say
her
anything bad
husband-
about
her
Aubrey.
husband, her husband,
He was a cool guy?
unalived himself.
I mean, I gathered that from the context
Yeah,
clues, but
I don't know why, but that must have been hard on Aubrey. Aubrey, we're sorry.
we effing.
I'm not
Yeah,
one of the
Aubrey,
guys that
I'm sorry if you're.
Ben
if you,
is a
if you need
diehard-
somebody to grieve on, if you need a shoulder to cry on, my Instagram handle is Ben.
W.
Ben
And
Bush.
W.
you can
Bush?
hit me up on there, and we can talk about it.
Well, you
Yeah.
loved her on. What was the show she was on?
Parks and
Parks and Rec. You're a diehard Parks and Recs fan.
Aubrey Plaza is really not that attractive.
Aubrey Plaza is.
Oh, you're
mid.
negging her now.
She's fucking mid.
No, I think
He
she's
loves-
mid.
No,
I
she's
thought
mid.
she was
So-
mid before people thought she was not mid.
Aubrey Plaza is mid, bro.
Damn. You hear this, Aubrey?
She's mid. She
He's
looks
gonna,
like she
she's
has
gonna be
like,
in your DMs tonight.
she's
She'll-
like
she's got a sense. Her ears.
You know
ringing
who's
right
attractive? Ariana Grande.
Now? Interesting.
Ben has a weird.
Interesting.
Ben has weird taste.
What is your take? What's
do you
your
like
ideal woman?
Do you like
Ben?
Ariana now that she's like skin and bones and weird?
Isn't she like? Doesn't she change her race for the third time?
Yeah, she does. Like
She's Scotch Korean now.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
does.
well,
a
she
unique
she does
blend.
like different. She does like just different looks. She's just like an experimental.
Different toners.
She's just ahead of the curve. I don't know.
So you like Ariana Grande? What else? What other celebrity crushes? Ben's top 10 celebrity.
He talks
crushes.
about it all the time.
Just Ariana Grande.
What's that 18-year-old you like a lot?
the 18-year-old girl,
Yeah.
Gio Scotti.
Yeah.
I don't know these people.
Gio Scotti's
She's some TikTok dancer that does like the floss dance. or
Gio
whatever.
Scotti's.
She flosses.
She's
That's
like a-
old
she-
news floss though. That's
It
like
is old news.
what the hell's her? Well, if she's a hot girl, she can bring it back, right?
She could.
That's
bring
how it
back.
works.
Yeah, she could.
Okay.
Gio Scotti's cute, bro.
I don't even know what she looks like.
I
Oh,
have
good for you.
the only celebrity crush I can think of is the girl who was in Starship Troopers. She was Rico's cheating girlfriend. That's the you know who I'm you guys
no
both are
I can't believe you
huge
don't know what
Starship-
Gio Scotti looks like because she's like a meme everywhere. You never seen a Gio Scotti?
I probably
meme?
have. I just don't remember.
I don't even know who she is. I
probably
never
looks
heard of her.
You
unforgettable.
never
She's
seen a Gio
unrememberable.
Scotti meme?
Whatever.
Pull her up right now. Let me see if I find. I don't mean to
Isn't it your phone
bring
background?
phones into the
Yeah,
the
it's my
mix.
phone background. Oops.
No, we look up things.
Sorry, guys. Just got a reply here from some.
Oh yeah.
Aubrey, it's Aubrey. On,
No, usually Ben.
he's on
usually,
Tinder.
usually
that-
Ben talks about Tinder.
No, that
every
wasn't
episode.
Tinder. That was
Hey, man. Hey,
From
whatever.
what I could tell, that was Hinge. That was Hinge.
Hey, it's whatever. It's all good.
I have Hinge on my phone still, but I have not opened it in months.
You
This
should
is
set
this is Gio Scotti.
Yeah, Oh, yeah. Everyone
Let me
was
see, let
saying
me
she
see.
looks like
She's
the.
everywhere, bro.
She,
see.
I didn't know her name. They all said she looked like a Greek towel boy.
yeah.
Roman towel boy. That's what it was.
Do you
She's
recogni-
attractive, though.
Do you recognize her?
Was pause right after
I
I,
don't
say she looks like
recognize her.
what she looks. She's attractive.
It's whatever.
She's a cutie pie.
Yeah, whatever. I mean,
But like, what's like these girls look like they're just manufactured.
it's
in
not
the
gonna
lab.
fucking matter because girls don't like guys who aren't like assholes to them or who like treat them well.
Ben, you're pretty good at being an asshole sometimes. I think you can be an asshole.
Ben's a sweetie pie.
Dude, I'm like
You get him the chocolates.
I'm like the perfect gentleman,
It's
dude.
not. It's extraordinary, gentlemen. The you get them chocolates when it's not even Valentine's. You just show up with them.
I show up to their house
Every day's Valentine's.
and I immediately the first thing I go is, "Where are your parents? I'd like to meet your
them.
parents."
No, Ben's the type
Can
to
I
show
shake
up.
hands with your father?
Yeah,
Ben's the type to show up and be like, and she's like, "Where's my gift?" I'm like, "I am the gift, babe."
I know. I go. I know. The first thing I say, my favorite line is, I see her and I go, "Where's my hug?"
Oh my god.
I hit him with the.
And she's like,
I
"You're
gotta take notes,
you're
Ben.
my boy best friend."
and I'm like, I'm like, you're gonna love what happens next.
Yeah.
Can you say that to the camera? Like, look in the camera, get up
You're
close
gonna
to
love
it.
what happens
Get
next.
it steamy with your breath.
That's good for
On the lens.
No.
I know I went too far.
And I say, oh my God, I've been waiting so long for this moment. Dude, if that's the first thing, if you get a
I'm
Tinder
like a
date,
Tinder date.
yeah, if you get into the Tinder date and she gets into, so you open the door for her and she gets into your passenger seat, and then you go around the front and you open up the door and you sit and she goes, okay, oh my God, where are we going? And you go, and this is the first thing you do, you go, I've been waiting so long for this.
You lock the door. She's like this. Let me out right now. Let me out.
Yeah, before, you just lock it. That's the first thing.
Yeah,
that
you have some sort of weird thing where she can't unlock it. Like you can lock it, but she can't unlock it.
She's just retarded. She just doesn't know
She
how to
doesn't
do
know
it.
how. Yeah, she doesn't know how doors work.
And it is an actual retarded girl. You lock the door.
You just got her candy. You just give her candy
I've been
all
waiting
the time.
so long for this. She goes, but what?
You literally got her into the car by lining Reese's Pieces from her front door to your car.
I go, you are so fucking stupid. It is so easy.
It's so sexy.
It's so easy and sexy.
Hey, Poppy.
Beagle, get over here. Sit down. I'm distracted.
Poppy, come here.
She was so well behaved, and now she's getting antsy.
That's so cool. You could just pick up one-handed.
I'm very strong. That's what I lift for.
Nice.
There you go. All
She's
right.
a whopping.
You don't have to flex like that.
She's a whop. Can't help myself sometimes. She's a 50-pound beagle.
If you get on Tinder or Hinge here, you could. I think you could do pretty well.
We'll see.
No
I'll give it
homo.
a shot. I don't.
You
mind.
should.
I was in. I
Don't
fell
go to
in love.
Ogie's. Don't go to Ogie's.
Yeah, don't go
What's
to
Ogie's?
Ogie's.
What is that? A
It's the
club?
most
It's like the hipster bar.
It's the most cursed. It's the most cursed bar on
I'll go.
What's wrong with
planet
it?
Providence.
That's where Ben found his ex
Oh no!
ever, and now it's cursed.
and now it's officially cursed forever. Does anybody need a beer?
Yes.
No, I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm a lightweight, so no.
And-
I'll tell you.
And not to interrupt you, but also Luke gifted us this nice whiskey,
I
which
did,
will
has been opened prior to me delivering it.
Oh, you
but-
tried some?
Yeah, I did take a little bit. Not while driving. Don't worry. I was.
We
It
can
was
take
at
a
my
take a
house.
swig, pass it around.
I'm not swigging it because if I mix beer and whiskey, I'll be in hell tomorrow
Okay, me
morning.
and Ben will drink
You
it
guys
then.
can partake. Don't
But-
worry.
Thank you.
I want to know what you think.
Appreciate that.
I
You
hope
didn't
it
have-
doesn't taste like shit.
You know,
I'm a
you
whiskey
didn't have to
guy.
do that. But you're saying something about
No,
Tinder or whatever?
I fell in love with a girl walking from my car to the Trader Joe's.
Trader
Can
In
you
the
hand me the
city.
bottle opener?
This girl was so beautiful, and I was like, "Damn!" But I'm working. I'm on the clock right now. Can't shoot my shot.
You
can't
can do a little
nothing.
kissy action
Blew
on the
a
clock.
kiss, you know.
So you saw a girl on the street.
Yeah, and that's literally the story. I fell in love
Oh,
with
you
her.
just
I
saw-
fucking thought about her at night.
Did you
and
get
I
her
You didn't
contact
fall-
information? Or
No, I
It-
did like I
it-
did a double take. Like, oh
It
my
was just
God.
love from afar.
It was love from it. I'll see her
You
again.
don't actually. You don't. Do you don't like see a girl and you're like You don't do love at
I do.
first sight. You,
Yeah, no.
That
And
was
then
directed
I
towards
dream
Luke. I
about
do.
her. I think about her nonstop. And no, I don't. Obvious. I'm a 32-year-old man.
32 guys.
30 whopping 2. I'm basically dead.
I'm gonna be 31 this year.
Are you really that young? Are you that old? I thought you were 28.
20. Thank you. I do give off 28-year-old.
I
vibes,
legitimately thought you
but
were
I
at
am
least
now,
4 years younger than
I
me.
am now a 30-year-old man, and
Youthful
it's-
zest.
I guess so. It's
The
getting.
youthful zest.
It's not.
Luke, that
all-
is some of the most delicious whiskey I've had in
Is it
some
good?
time.
You like it?
I've never had this before. McConnell's.
Give me some of that.
You can get it at Costco.
That's
Give me some
very,
of that
that's, that is
shit.
very smooth. Mm.
Really? I'm glad you like it.
I like it a lot. Yeah.
Damn.
That's the first liquor I've been able to keep down.
Really?
Well,
What
just when
happened?
you
Yeah.
gotta wait and see. Oh, it's chilled too.
I had
This is
like
McConnell's.
that's good. That's
You want
smooth.
some?
Want some puppy?
No, she don't like booze.
Well, yeah. I mean,
She's
she's
not
gonna
a booze
smell that
hound.
this is poison.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, you're.
Are you Nick?
It's like, why are you putting why are you putting poison?
Let's give her a
in
chocolate buzzball.
it?
What's a buzzball? Is that a drug
A
thing?
buzzball is an alcoholic beverage, and it comes in like a
a ball.
A ball,
Oh,
basically.
yeah. Okay.
Buzz ball.
You've probably seen them. If
It's
you
like
go
a
to gas
mixed drink.
stations, it's like this. They come in a bunch of different colors.
I'm a
and
very
shit.
innocent soul. I'm unaware of these
Not
things.
that innocent.
Vaguely. Well, I'm here, right? So I can't be
You
that.
are
There's
here.
There's a twist to me,
No,
a
well,
deranged twist.
The people I bring in my house I only bring good people into my house.
That's nice.
So
Wonderful.
I wouldn't let an evil person into my house.
That's charming.
If they do come in,
Yeah, GVO.
You're not
good
coming
vibes
out.
only.
Huh?
GVO. Good vibes
Good
only.
vibes
good
only.
vibes only.
That's
Anyways,
nice.
but yeah, no, Tinder. If you dabble into Tinder, Hinge, whatever the fuck,
I haven't been on Tinder in like a decade. I heard it's bad. I heard it's
it's
ratchet.
bad. But if you
Oh, it's only transgenders and big fat and and only and
Ben is actually being very accurate right
I'm
now.
Really?
dead
Damn.
serious. And lips. You can laugh.
I already did.
All right,
Don't
all right.
worry. No, I'm gonna leave it in. Just
Well, you're not leaving it in?
Oh.
It's for the
Sorry.
Patreon.
That's
all
what
going
it
to the
is.
Patreon.
That's
No,
what-
we haven't
that's
reached
what
the
it is.
Patreon yet.
Dude,
How
that is-
long?
We got another like 20 minutes to the Patreon.
Oh, good. Great.
Yeah, time's flying by.
But
Yeah, right.
I'm
I
having
gotta
fun.
go. I gotta.
the
I've had enough.
first
No,
the
fucking around.
the
Don't say
first
that.
the first half
So sorry, man. Oh my
the
god.
first hour
Ben, is Ben mad at me?
No,
I
no,
think Ben's
no,
mad at me.
no
I think
no.
Ben's pissed. I'm gonna say that to Chris tomorrow. I think Ben hates
No,
me.
I think it's going to be one of the greatest episodes ever.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, there's I wonder if I should just bleep that part or just like cut it because they're
Beep.
gonna know what you're saying.
No, you just have to put something over his mouth when he talks so they can't read the lips.
But yeah,
I guess they would know that he's talking about.
I'm
I mean,
sorry. I know I just created a lot of extra work for you. Which
it's okay. We'll continue now. That's
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
We'll go on. I'll figure out what's funnier and better later on.
Okay.
Anyways,
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, big black fat. I'm just kidding.
He's just kidding. He did it, but okay.
Fuck.
But yeah, if you go on Tinder and Hinge and you get your best pics on there, I think you did good. You're a fit dude.
I'm gonna ask Ben for advice. How does this picture look?
The mademoiselles are less than desirable at the moment.
Yes.
We'll say
No,
say
it's
that
always
much.
easier to meet someone in person.
You know what the ultimate
It's true.
black? This is the ultimate black pill. That's like
Uh-oh.
this is crazy. This is the crazy thing about girls. Okay, and I'm sure you guys know this already, but what I've learned is that girls love when you don't give them any attention and you despise them. Is that just have you guys experienced
An
that?
aloofness. There's
not
a certain aloofness.
not despise. Like despise is not the right word, but if you're just like
show disinterest or
yes,
in-
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, not despise, but if you show a girl
Indifference.
disinterest or like, I don't really want to talk right now, that drives them like up a wall.
Yeah.
like they become more obsessed with you.
Yes, which is
I believe that's the case.
A black
believe
pill.
that's what a black girl.
It's-
a black pill.
It's
Oh,
only
black
a
pill.
black pill because you've been taught your whole life that it's the opposite, and you've been tricked your whole life.
Exactly.
It's and it's something that can come naturally. Like you don't even have to force it. As long as you don't get like obsessive, like just don't like with a girl. You just have to be like, yeah, and you can't try to be interesting. You can't try to be this or that. You just have to be focused on what you're doing.
You know who like completely understood the ins and outs of relationships was Patrice O'Neill.
Yeah, he's so funny.
The Black
Oh my
Phillip
God.
show. He has like the best. Have you ever listened to that, Chris? The Black Phillip show?
Then again, I will say this, not to talk ill of the dead, but he was in an open relationship with his wife, and that was weird. I think that's accurate. I think he was in an open relationship.
Yeah. No, I
That's
think
a little.
but he's still
He still had
he's
some,
still the goat.
and he's funny as hell.
Yeah.
You know what I did hear? Do you guys remember Ralphie May, that morbidly
Yes.
obese comedian?
Yes.
Ralphie May, the
Ralphie
white
May
dude?
was a piece of shit
He's from-
asshole.
Who the
Well,
hell?
hey,
That's
hey,
familiar.
hey.
Sorry, I'm sorry. He just sucks. Ralphie May sucks.
He's a good comedian. He
Is he?
was a good comedian.
I don't think
and
he
was.
is.
He was, yeah, But there was this TMZ article that said that his wife at the time, said that he was sexually aggressive, or he was aggressive, and like, and she quoted that he would say, this guy was like maybe like 500 pounds or something. He's big, like maybe a little less. I don't know. He's a big dude, huge dude. I'll show you a picture later. But I remember in the TMZ article, his wife said, this is like 15 years ago. She said, like, I want you to feel pain, bitch, or something like that.
Oh, it's like in The Sopranos where he held he was banging the lady and he had a gun up to her head.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Janice, total thought. Tony's sister. Hate to break it to you, but anyways, I'm sorry. I was laughing when you were saying like that horrible stuff because I was thinking of you might have to cut this because it's complete non sequitur. I got a really funny idea in my head, and it was, you know, that you might be a redneck guys.
Yeah.
Jeff
the
Foxworthy.
The blue collar boys.
I just pictured him with Down syndrome doing the same bit. And it was just
Jeff Foxworthy?
Yeah, it's just really funny to me. Anyways,
That sounds funny.
I gotta get that out. I gotta get that
Ben
out.
loves Down syndrome.
I think the
people.
reason I had such a visceral reaction and called Ralphie May a disgusting piece of shit is just because of how he looks.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I don't even know what he looks like.
I'll show you later.
Okay,
I'm
sorry, Ben.
I won't say
I think
anymore.
he was in pain because he was morbidly obese, and he probably took it out on his wife,
Yeah.
who was normal weight.
She's probably lying.
Well,
probably
they had children together. I don't know how people that size.
I don't know what
children.
she's accusing him of, but she's probably lying.
Yeah, how do you
Anyways.
get to him?
How do you get
to
the
bits?
The bits when really, really, really fat people have sex? I don't know, but they do it.
Do they?
They do it. I don't know what position it is. When you're like 400 pounds and your wife's 400 pounds.
I feel like they just go in there and eat Subway. And they tell you they did it because it's like, you know.
No,
I'm like you.
How do fat people fuck? Okay, guys.
You can watch.
Let's all put our brains
you
together.
Probably
and let's really
you
figure
could probably
this
watch
out here.
porn. And
pull it up right now.
I probably watch porn.
No, I'm saying you could watch a porno with really morbidly obese people and see how they do it. They probably just position. It's like the path of least resistance.
I can explain it. Actually, it's really quite simple. I've been doing it for a couple years now.
I'm sorry. I'm still sorry about bringing up Jeff Foxworthy if he had Down syndrome, but I can't get the
Jeff
visual.
Foxworthy down. That's pretty funny.
You might be a redneck.
That'd be pretty funny.
Anyways,
I don't know.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Smarter than fifth grade?
No, that's not Jeff Foxworthy. Well,
Yeah, that is.
Jeff Foxworthy. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Call
Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
He's just like
What is the capital of California?
San Francisco. Wong.
Wrong.
all right, moving on. I had to get it. That was my decompress. For some reason, that thought was making me lose my mind.
Who was the president that got shot during the play?
George Washington.
No, Abraham Lincoln. That's retarded.
Literally.
Or a retarded Steve Harvey. Oh, no, you did not just say that shit. Oh my God. Boy, I'm about to leave the studio right now with that answer right there.
I'm trying so hard to resist doing a Down syndrome voice.
Do we have 10 with 400? Whatever the fuck it is, I don't know.
Do the you might be a redneck bit. Come up with
No, let's move on from that right
fuck.
now.
Okay. Come on. He's loading
this
one in the
YouTube video
chamber.
is going to be
He's
super
loading one in the chamber
This
though.
YouTube video is going to be super
Or Bob Barker from The Price is Right.
No.
You can win a brand new oven. All right, fuck it. Let's move on. It's retarded. Shit. What else is new? Plane crashes. Planes are crashing.
Oh, don't say that.
Planes are crashing.
I had a female pilot when I got back here with my
What's wrong with
Beagle.
that?
Nothing. She actually did a great job. She was fantastic. It was the smoothest ride I've had in a while.
Planes are falling out the sky.
And she greeted us goodbye. Or I guess you wouldn't say greeted. She said goodbye and she looked so professional. Short haircut, tall, white lady.
Yep.
And then when you were leaving the
60.
plane, she's like, yeah, see, we can do it.
Yeah.
And
she rolled her sleeve up.
yeah, I just saw a video yesterday. It was or today, I forget. It was a South Korean. It was going from Bangkok to South Korea,
where
I
it
think.
literally just like turned to like
No, they
like
just
liquid?
They were literally just going. They were just lifting off, and it didn't lift off, and like the wheels broke, and they just fucking. This is just full video. They just smashed into the wall.
yeah, the wall. Why was the
100
wall there?
Because you're supposed to take off before you hit the wall. I guess.
But it looked like it was in the middle of the runway, and
Yeah.
it's crazy how it looked.
2 people survived out of 180.
It looked like Simpsons Road Rage with the.
Are you talking about the one in China?
South Korea,
I mean, I know
South
you lump
Korea.
all those
Did you
together,
watch
but it's
it?
South Korea.
Come on, Ben. This was your homework. You had to watch all the.
Well, I saw the one that
Horrific
happened. I saw the
footage.
one that happened in Asia where it like
This is a
they
dark
didn't
episode.
they didn't take off in time like a bunch of idiots. You have a whole run. How do you not manage to lift the
Well,
plane
they're
off
bad
the-
at driving cars, so think about them driving planes.
There was one that
Sure.
just happened like 2 days ago where the plane flipped upside down.
That
Yeah.
was in Canada. That was in Toronto.
And they all live though. It's a happy
They
ending
all
because
live.
And they're all getting 30 grand.
they only 30.
That's it?
Yeah.
No,
That's not
they got to
bad.
get more than
Would
that.
you go through that if you knew you'd live and you'd get 30 grand?
I would, dude. I feel like you could sue and get way more than 30 grand for that.
Yeah, you probably could. I don't know if I would go through
If
that.
you would
want to
live through that?
Yeah, because then you'd probably never want to be on a plane.
There was a
again.
guy who said he didn't even know anything was wrong. That guy was probably on like Benadryl or something. He
Oh,
was
that's
probably
funny.
Yeah.
So he's just like woke up and the plane's
He's,
upside down.
it's like what? He's like his head is all red. And he's like, I'm upside down.
Yeah, how did they get out of it? Because like normally you deboard from like the rafts that
There
come
was
out.
a video.
That's why you wear your seatbelt.
There was a video that Tim Dillon posted, and it was it was
yeah.
them evacuating the plane, and there was this clip of like one of the stewardess, like a male stewardess, pushing a girl off the plane, like very clearly grabbing her ass and like pushing her ass out of the
Nice.
plane.
Well, they're all gay, so it's not. It wasn't a.
Yeah.
It wasn't a
facts.
sexual.
But I just thought it was funny.
Yeah,
That is pretty
Tim
funny.
Dillon had some funny bits on some of the airplane stuff, and it was Delta too, which is like pretty,
Prestigious.
yeah.
Yeah.
We should
Delta.
do a promo,
No, like
and
Spirit.
the promo should be all of us reciting our favorite Tim Dillon clips.
That would be pretty funny. I'm more familiar with Tim Dillon than probably both of you guys in terms of
Yeah, Chris,
in terms of listen. In terms of I listen to his podcast. I used to
Who's
listen to
Tim Dillon? I'm sorry.
Tim Dillon.
I'm
He
so...
does a pod. He's a. Yeah, I'll show you later, but he's a pretty popular
show me at
comedian and
work.
podcaster.
Guys, can we please get Tim Dillon on the pod? That'd be cool.
That'd be great.
After Aubrey Plaza.
After Aubrey
After
Plaza.
you negged her into oblivion.
yes,
She's going to be like, hey, what was that about in your Instagram
We probably
comment?
shouldn't talk about any of these people with dead relatives and stuff anymore.
I forgot that was even why we brought her up. We could have cut that whole out and
no,
just left.
there's already enough we gotta cut out.
Oh
so.
my God, I'm so sorry. All
No,
the
it's
work
not
you're
your
putting
fault.
in.
Actually, it's mostly Ben's fault.
We have to cut out what I
Yeah,
said.
but I'm
yeah, we have to cut out a couple things. No, well, I did that. I got that on lock. But
oh God, goodness gracious.
You know what's
Yeah.
a good band? The Fray.
the Fray.
Yeah.
Can't name a song by them.
You know The Fray?
No,
Really?
I don't know anything.
Do you know The Fray?
I've heard of that band's name.
The Fray is a classic.
Are they good or are they gay? Are you fucking with us?
They're kind of gay, but they're good. They're good.
Sometimes, yeah.
They're like
Ben likes a lot of gay shit.
Mm.
I don't know what you mean by that, but I'm saying I like a musical band that is kind of gay. I love Freddie Mercury.
Mm.
I think he's so hot and sexy.
You like
You are
Queen?
what you eat.
You a fan of Queen?
My favorite. Well, I'm not gay, but like my favorite bands are Queen and like Elton John.
I do like. Oh,
I love Adam Lambert.
I will say I did listen to an Elton John song on the way back from Big Brother after I got canned, and it was like, oh, this is a good Elton John
Oh,
song.
you got to talk about your Big
I know.
Brothers.
I was bringing that up because
We should save that for the Patreon.
Yeah, we'll
save
save
it
that
for the Patreon, the Big Brother spiel, because I haven't
Yeah.
given enough of it away from Instagram lives.
Yeah, we
yeah.
should.
No, we're
gonna get down and dirty. We're gonna get to the nitty gritty of
we're gonna
why
get-
I'm here.
You a deep dive.
The esoteric, deep, the actual near life death experience that brought me here. I'm not even kidding about that. I had I was Tokyo drifting on a rainy highway with the Beagle. By the
Oh,
way,
yeah?
it was genuinely. I'm not even kidding. Listen, little teaser for what's coming up. Part of me is like maybe I'm lying dead on the highway right now, and this is all a bizarre dream, a very strange dream.
It is.
Part of me thinks that on occasion. Not even gonna lie.
That's not true. You're in real life.
Am I real? Am I?
Yeah, you're good,
You're gonna
you're
have to
good,
like
Chris Lynch
talk
confirmed.
me off the. Talk me off the.
No.
Off the. That is what Chris Lynch would say. That is exactly as someone who has watched Hong Kong 2. I was a fan of the pod before I met you guys.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not even kidding. Yeah.
Now you're gonna hate it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
No,
because
I'm
you're gonna
having
see
a
all
good time.
these YouTube comments.
Dude, you want to
No,
hear
just
some?
kidding.
You want to hear some embarrassing shit? I'm
My
gonna tell you
fat
to
is
cut
showing.
this tomorrow because I'm gonna regret saying it in bed.
You want me to cut
Like
this?
I'm gonna be laying in bed, like, oh, why did I say this?
All right.
No. I'll tell you if you can let it pass. Or you know when you have you ever been in such a situation where you're listening to a podcast? And I know, Ben, you're a deep podcast fanatic. I know you're the deep. What do you listen to? What are the gayest podcasts that there are? Like
He listens to.
I listen to
True Crime.
True crime.
some like I fucking love science type podcasts. Like I know there's some that I used to listen to back in the day.
I listen to comedians in cars.
The Vsauce
Yes.
one. The
Vsauce here.
I don't think Vsauce is a podcast. He probably does.
Vsauce is kind of good sometimes.
I like
don't know, he's
Vsauce.
kinda
I
good.
respect Vsauce.
I need something that's like sucks. Like
Vsauce
I like.
is respectable.
I don't know what is like a really gay like a really gay.
Adam, what is that one guy? Adam Ruins Everything. He has a podcast, right?
Oh, that guy's
Adam
fucking
Ruins
Adam
sucks.
Ruins everything. That guy.
That guy
sucks.
that guy's the worst.
You
I
put-
listen to Adam Ruins Everything.
Okay. Great.
That guy can be put
That's
through.
all we know.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay.
What
Yeah.
was I even going? No, okay. So when you're listening to something, because what I do is I'd put shit on one monitor and I'd work on the other, right? Because I was a illustrator. I worked at home.
Yep.
And,
That's something else you need to dive into.
An hour. I had an hourly rate. I worked for a guy who was, great employer.
You were
He was
doing
fantastic.
furry porn commissions.
I was doing furry porn. I'll tell you the weirdest thing I ever had to draw, and I didn't
Wait-
even know it was weird at
Wait
the
for the
time.
Patreon.
Wait for the Patreon. It's not furry porn. Don't worry. It's nothing like that. Don't worry. But it might have been
Yep.
the juice. The what do you call it? The hot. The tea.
The
That's
tea.
what they call it.
tea.
That's what
The
they
juice.
call
We're gonna
it.
start calling it the juice.
That's the
juice.
That's the
Gen Z term.
the urban terminology, right?
Tea. No, it's just like general Gen Z
I
shit.
thought that was like. I
No,
thought that was
it's
from
a-
Black Twitter.
I mean, everything. That's
Because
like
I am
where
a
it
fan of
starts
Black
from.
Twitter. I will
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
I like. What is his name? Omar, Dr. Umar.
Dr. Umar.
He's funny as shit.
He's a listener.
He's
Dr.
gonna
Umar-
be on He's gonna be on next week, right? You guys
Yeah.
are getting
Yeah, I'm
him on?
flying him out.
He
He's
hates
a-
white people, which will make it a very
Yeah.
interesting episode.
I told him this is a black podcast, and
And
he
you-
agreed. He agreed. He did. I guess he didn't do it.
He's a big-
His people didn't do research.
He was not a fan of your name. He doesn't know your last name.
He doesn't know my last
Does-
name.
he
I
would
said I was.
not-
I said I was.
We should get a Tariq Nasheed on here.
Hell yeah, that would be
I don't know who
actually.
that
He could give you
is.
the buck breaking breakdown.
Who is that?
Tariq Nasheed is the black nationalist who hates white people.
Okay.
You don't know about buck breaking? He did a whole documentary on it.
We might have to. We might have
We
to go
should
on
get.
the
We should
Patreon
see if
for
we
that.
can get Tariq Nasheed on here.
Anyways, you had some other. We're like.
Yeah. What were we
distracted.
talking
What was I
about?
talking about?
You're talking about gay podcasts.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, you were talking. You brought up furry porn, and I'm like, oh, great.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, no, I just distracted myself with that. Anyways, no, the most embarrassing thing. This is so humiliating, but I am legitimately, so I'm immersed in your podcast, and you guys are talking about something, and I go, let me.
You're talking about our podcast.
Yeah, Hong Kong too. And I got up to piss, and I was like, I wanted to interject while you guys were talking, and I went to take a piss, and I was like saying what I would say to you in that
That's
situation.
funny.
Oh, that's
Is
cool.
that embarrassing as fuck?
Oh,
No,
so you're a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, I'm a psychopath.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
talking
That
myself.
means that-
No.
No, I guess
No.
that means that we're doing the right
No,
thing.
I had a parasocial. You guys got your parasocial
Good.
hooks into me a little
I
bit.
like-
was this
I like that.
before? Was
That's
this
good.
before?
No, it was supposed to be a compliment.
I do,
but it
I,
was a
do,
little.
I do the same thing because sometimes I'll also catch myself talking to myself.
Oh, well, I lived in isolation. I was in the middle of nowhere. I was living I was in Florida, and like I lived in a place where it was all old people and young couples.
Mhm.
So it's like, how do you fucking hang out
Were
with any
you
of those
listening to
people?
our podcast like
That's pretty normal talking to yourself.
Before
like
you
that.
guys went on the Patreon and had a hiatus.
Before the hiatus.
Hiatus. That's what a word I was
so
looking
this
for.
was before
The single Modella is
this was
making
before
me
like
mush mouth a
season
little.
This was
okay.
before like
That's okay.
Oh, so you were listening to early on.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because I love the name. Hong Kong 2 is the funniest. It's like I know it's stupid. It's a dumb name, but it's a good name.
Thank you.
The Chinese know how to name things. And Hong Kong 2, the sequel to Hong Kong
2, that's a Bobby hacker.
Our friend Bobby Hacker came up with the name.
Really?
Yep. Our friend Bobby Hacker.
We've mentioned it many times, but we have a good friend Bobby Hacker.
And my cousin came up with my name, Ben W. Bush.
Yes.
Interesting.
So
because his last name's Taylor.
Yeah, my last name's Taylor.
Oh yeah.
It's not actually Bush. I thought it was Bush before I met him, but it's not. Anyways, we gotta wrap it up, and we're not wrapping it up. We're gonna be.
You scared me for a second.
Yeah.
You're kicking me out already.
We're transitioning.
We're going to the Patreon.
We're doing the Patreon.
Patreon, baby.
If you want to hear,
Luke, shout out your socials and tell everybody where they can find you.
Okay, Instagram is Real BB Luke, as in Boss Baby. Real BB Luke, and my Twitter handle I think is Splatterbrain01.
Okay.
So yeah, get in there and
Tear
tell
it
me
up.
how.
Is there anything you want to plug before we're done?
That's literally it. Just find me on those accounts. You
And
know,
we're
friggin'
gonna do a deeper dive on the Patreon. You go to HK2,
iceberg.
You go to patreon.com/HK2 podcast in the description below if you're listening on YouTube. And
Getting into the nitty gritty. Ben's gonna say slurs.
I'm gonna say slurs.
I'm gonna say
all of them.
slurs.
Slam poetry slurs.
Yep. Z.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, thank you guys. Goodbye.
Bye.